right, welcome to downtown San Antonio at the historic Alamo, where we're very excited to have you here today as we kick off the NewTek TriCast America Stream or Die Tour, where this little car is going to leave San Antonio today, driving to LA, hosted by Zane Condren, and it's going to drive out to Los Angeles, where we're going to have the tour starting there and hitting a 10-city tour stop that's going to take us from Los Angeles all the way back to New York as we spread the excitement of live television. So this little car is a pretty amazing device. It is a Mini Cooper, and inside this Mini Cooper, we have the TriCaster XD300, which is a portable, live, high-definition production system that allows us to mix multiple high-definition cameras and add in video, high-definition graphics and high-definition video content, and then stream that show out to the world. Also in the car is the 3Play, which is high-definition replay reinvented. So this allows us to take 3 cameras and do high-definition slow-motion instant replay live from this car. Also in the car is the Canon XH-G1S high-definition cameras. That's going to be powering the live television cameras for this tour. And then the TotoCast system is going to allow us to take whatever shows are made in this car and stream them out live to a satellite, so that from anywhere in the United States, whether it's in the middle of New York City or in the middle of the desert, we can make a show, high-definition, broadcast quality show with this car. Another really cool thing that's going to happen on this tour is the XD300 actually also supports high-definition virtual sets. So we could have a small portable green screen in the middle of the desert and do a live virtual set and make us look like we're in $1 million studio in the middle of Manhattan. So it is very exciting for you guys to be here with us today on this historic event, because this is most likely the world's smallest portable, high-definition, multi-camera production vehicle in the world. And you guys are here with us today as we send this car off on a worldwide tour across the United States. So I'd like to bring up our CEO, Jim Plant, to tell us a little bit about NewTek, and then we're going to send this car off. So, Jim?
Thank you, Philip. I'm Jim Plant. I'm president and CEO of NewTek, and on behalf of NewTek, I want to thank you guys for coming out today to watch us launch this historic vehicle. NewTek's been around for over 20 years, and we've been in San Antonio now for 12 years, and things have been going great since we've been here. And we're excited to be part of this historic site. You know, look around, look behind me. There's obviously some history that's been made here, and we're excited to be making a little of our own history. We've done that in the past, and we think we're doing it again with TriCaster and 3Play in this mini vehicle. So I want to thank our sponsors, Canon, TotoCast. I want to thank the NewTek crew that made this happen. And Philip, I want to bring you back up and take over the show again. Thanks, Philip.
All right. Now we have a very brave soul here today who has volunteered to be the driver of this Mini Cooper on our nationwide tour. I'd like to bring up Zane Condren. Zane is going to be driving out of here in the next few minutes and heading out to L.A., driving through the Badlands and the deserts, heading to L.A., and we're going to be, on the NewTek website, you'll be able to see Zane's adventures as we weave our way across the country. Zane, do you have any final last words before you head out on this crazy tour?
It's going to be 5,300 miles for me in 28 days, so it's going to be quite the trip. Make sure you follow us at twitter.com/NewTekInc. That's NewTekinc. And you can follow all our crazy adventures on Twitter, Facebook, and streamordie.com.
You know, these crazy adventures, you would not believe the impact that TriCaster has had on the television business and the entertainment business. And some of the things you'll see on these tour webcasts are visits to some of our most prestigious accounts. We're going to be meeting this Sunday, actually, we're going to be at the Kevin Pollak Chat Show. So make sure you log on to streamordie.com to check out these cool meetings. We're going to finish up in New York City working with Revision 3 at Dignation Live in New York. So a lot of crazy adventures. Hopefully some interesting antics from Zane as he weaves his way across the country. But I think now it's time to do the ceremonial presentation of the keys. Zane, Jim, would you come up?
Zane, it's been nice knowing you. Good luck, and be careful. Be careful, and be home by midnight. Okay. All right. Thanks, Zane. All right.
See you in L.A., Jim. And back to Philip.
All right, we'll go ahead. Does anyone in the crowd have any questions about the TriCaster? We've had some questions that were asked in advance, but I would like to save those to see if we have any questions from the crowd about the Mini Cooper, about the tour, about, you know, how crazy Zane is to drive 5,300 miles nonstop. But we do appreciate you guys being here. You know, this is a historic day for NewTek, and I think it's a historic day for media in general, because what this does is it puts the power of live television in anybody's hands. Normally behind a sporting event, you'll see this giant semi-truck that would have millions of dollars worth of equipment in it that the average person can't afford, they can't even afford to go look at it, much less actually own one. And with the power of TriCaster and portable live production, now anyone can be a live television producer and get their message out to a worldwide audience on the web, through broadcast television, or even digital signage. So are we going to lower the dish and get this thing ready? All right, guys, let's get ready to go. Zane is going to drive out with this Mini Cooper, and he is actually embarking on this this adventure. As you sit here, you know, one thing I'd like to point out while they lower the dish, a neat aspect of this car is that it's completely self-contained. We don't need power. There's actually batteries in the car that are charged while the car drives, so Zane's going to have 5,300 miles of charging, you know, ready to go. You know, everything is self-contained in the back of this little car, and like I said, from anywhere in the country, from any dirt road in the back roads of the Midwest or from the urban jungles in Los Angeles, Zane can raise the dish and do a live television broadcast. One other thing that I will mention that's kind of cool, and if you earlier had a chance to see this, we actually have monitors in the back seat of the car, so you can flip down LCD monitors, and you can actually sit in the back seat in the air conditioning of the Mini Cooper and broadcast your show, because there's controllers attached to the back of the front seat. So Zane, if you would please start your engine. If you're in front of Zane, be warned, you might get run over. And off we go to Los Angeles, California, Mr. Zane Condren in the TriCaster Mini Cooper. Thank you very much, Zane. Zane, that's not a good start. You're stopping too quickly. Yeah, Zane, we were waving goodbye, not telling you to stop. Keep going. Off to westward, young man, westward. Please don't run over any tourists. We don't want to run over any tourists at the Alamo, Zane. All right, well, that wraps us up. We do appreciate you guys being here with us today at the historic Alamo in downtown San Antonio, Texas, as we kick off the NewTek TriCast America Stream or Die Tour. Join us online at www.streamordie.com and follow us on Twitter, NewTek Inc., NewTek Inc. Thank you very much, and we'll catch you on the tour.